Hi, family. Second part to the video. Sorry, I got cut off. I'm doing this on my phone. I got off track a little bit. The reason I made this video was because I wanted to talk about diet. As I said, I'm an acutonics practitioner, but I also have studied herbs for about 5 or 6 years because of the healing process that I had went through. Diet is very important, and a lot of people struggle with this, myself included, because I was a huge meat eater. I mean, I had to have meat at every meal. I didn't care what I was eating. It wasn't right if I didn't have meat. I now eat grass-fed meats if I eat meat, which I'm gearing away from red meat because I feel the denseness of it. I also have gotten feelings of nausea or fear when I'm eating it because I'm picking up the energy that's coming from the meat. If you're eating any kind of food, it has an energy to it. So if you're eating beef and you're feeling this way, you're feeling what these cows are feeling. We're feeling before death. Not everybody will experience that. Again, those are certain gifts that some people get. Some people just won't. But I do feel that when I eat red meat, that I feel like I'm sludging through mud. That I become much heavier, much more negative feeling. I feel bouts of depression, even crying. So I've had to pay attention to that. The reason that we eat live, fresh, organic foods, for one, they're not being manipulated by chemicals. Because if you're eating regular food that it is not true organic food, you're basically eating cardboard. There is no nutrition in it. And that's why all these kids are gaining weight and they're hungry 24/7, is because there is no real nutrition in the food that they're eating, and their bodies are starving. So the body will begin to pull nutrition from your body, from other parts of your body, to compensate what it's not getting in the food. And everybody's bodies are doing the same thing, except everybody's bodies will experience it in slightly different ways because we're all different. So... and the reason that we eat food that is healthy like that is for when it's alive. And it was alive. And you want to eat it in the freshest way that you can and not really cook the crap out of everything because you're killing a lot of good shit that's in there. You need those enzymes in order for your body to break down the food. And if you're eating stuff that has zero enzymes, any kind of good nutrition in it that's going to assist your body in doing this, well, then you're basically just running the trash through your body, and your body is going to pull that nutrition from other places, from your teeth, from your bones, from your skin, from your organs. I mean, you name it. I didn't understand why I had accumulated all this knowledge before, but I'm starting to understand why. And when I talked to the angels, when they talked to me, they said diet. I assumed that was just for me because I still struggle with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nobody's perfect. I'm still going through the same stuff in waves, okay? Because the goal is to learn how to ride the waves, because the waves are going to come regardless. But when you have more tools in your tool belt, it becomes a little easier. And then you start to see people that are struggling in the same way, and then you think, you know what, I can help that person because I remember what it was like to suffer in that way. I see myself in everybody's eyes now. I didn't do that before. I did not see myself in other people's eyes. I saw everything as separate. Now I know, and I feel it now. So my advice is to figure out what you like to eat. And we're not all going to like everything we start eating. I mean, it's just the way it is. If everything tasted absolutely fantastic like chocolate, I guess we'd all be eating organic by now. Okay, but get over that. I had to get over that and think, you know what, my wellness is better than me not really liking this because I know it's better for my body. And sometimes we have to get over the ego and think that, you know, you have to get over it because this is our vessel. This is our supercomputer. This takes in the light language and helps interpret it for us in all kinds of different ways. And your body is 100% capable of healing itself. But because we have so much dense emotion, stagnant crap that needs to come out of the body. And the good thing about sound therapy, acupuncture, whatever it is, you have meridians that run through your body. You know, there's a microcosm, which is the universe, and the macrocosm, which is the universe, and the microcosm, which is your body. And if you were to look at it outside of it, in a different way, we kind of have the same orbits and everything that the universe does. We mirror it completely. So you get a cut, you heal. You break a bone, you heal. Okay? That right there, I didn't understand on the level that I do now, because now I understand that it doesn't matter what your body goes through. It is designed to heal itself. However, if you are putting nothing but garbage in your body and sugar, and I'm talking about alcohol, because, I drank, I've never really been much of a drinker, but don't get me wrong, I would get drunk, whatever, here and there, but I see a lot of people now that are drink and they don't understand that it is pure sugar. The minute you swallow it, it is pure sugar. Well, because it's sugar, it's not a natural thing for the body, so your body doesn't really know what to do with it. And it starts to mess up the flow of your body. It's you might as well be taking a poison. And I didn't understand that before, because believe me, I love sweets. So I had to wrap my mind around that too. But when you start to sit still, or yoga is another good thing, because yoga has been around forever. And meditation and stillness is a byproduct of yoga. You're not going to get around it. You begin to learn how to be still, how to feel the peace in your body from slow movement. Now, I know everybody says you need to exercise, which is true, because you have to assist your body trying to get the cellular memory out of your body. And you really will start to feel physically lighter. Now, the scale may say you're heavier, and you may even feel bloated and everything else, through the waves, because they come and go, up and down, up and down. But for the first time, I actually feel lighter, almost bouncy. And it's been years since I felt like that. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. I had to get over my own self, and I had a severe worry problem. I worried about everything. Oh my God, well, it's wonderful. Yeah, but it could go bad. I think if you sit still long enough, it will start to come. But we also need to have physical movement in order to assist the body to let these things go. Now, when I talked about these emotions that are coming up, okay, sometimes it looks like chaos. And the reason that so many are going through emotional things right now is because the habit to us is to push it back down. I don't want to deal with it right now. I'll think about it later. Or it was this person's fault, not understanding that all things stem from me. So if you're getting experiences that are bringing bad feelings in, or that you feel are bad feelings about yourself or whatever, and they keep coming up, every time you stuff those back down, the chaos gets a little bit bigger. And this is why you're seeing so much chaos in the world, because many, many people don't understand what's going on. And we're taught to hide everything. We're taught to put on this face for everyone because this is acceptable to humanity. I don't give a shit what's acceptable to humanity. All I know is that I can only operate from my own self, my own perspective, my own eyes. So it is good to take in information, because other people are going through this, and there's tons of people on the planet, and not everybody is going to relate to me or anyone else. There's certain people out there that you'll resonate to, and certain ones that you're like, ugh, I don't even want to listen to her. And I've gone through that. And a year later, I've come back to those same people and thought, you know what, now I understand. I wasn't ready to hear that then. Even if I'd have listened to it, I would have never understood it in the way I understand it now. So I have experienced many, many things, and it's probably going to take many, many videos to get it out. I experienced many things just this last week. I even went to see a pyramid. And I live in Michigan, and I didn't even know there was one here, and it's man-made. And there's a reason that it's here. So that's part of my mission. I already know. I'm starting to see what I'm doing, why I'm here, and my soul group is coming together. And like I said, it took years. I never thought it would happen. I thought I was the odd one out, like it's been on my whole life. But I'm starting to understand that all of the information, all the suffering, and all the lifetimes is to prepare me for right now, which is absolutely 100% okay with me. I don't hold on to anything anymore. There's no point in it. Because I am very happy to go through this process. And the suffering, I don't even think about it anymore. It's not me. It doesn't matter. I have the bigger picture now. All I care about is helping other people that are going through the same thing start to sift through the crap and see, okay, that sounds about right. That sounds like what I'm going through. So, I see little lights, colors whipping around any room I'm in. I can now see the energy swirling around in the room. I can see auras now, and that's just beginning. I couldn't do that before, except for the trees. I could always see those. But I'm starting to see those now. I've seen my own aura, and it's green. I've also seen like a golden fire around my head. I'm not sure what that's about yet, but I'm sure it'll come. I see movement, as in kind of figures moving around. And if you start to see that, don't worry about it. They can see you too. Okay? Nobody wants to scare you. But this is the real reality that's around us. We have, like I said, we have a huge spectrum, as I think I said it. Huge, the spectrum of light. And we see about 1% of that. Every space is full. There is life. We're in the third dimension, and there are other dimensions here in this dimension with us. We just can't perceive them because we haven't attained enough consciousness yet. So, wherever you are, you can always see down. They just can't see up, if that makes any sense to you. But it will come. Intent is a powerful thing. So my suggestion is to begin journaling. And I fought journaling forever because I thought, I'm a writer. I always have been. A reader. I'm an artist. I sing. Half of these things didn't come online until maybe a year ago too. I'm on my 4th painting. And they're like, not Picasso masterpieces, but painting itself, I've never did it before. I just said one day I'm going to do it, and I went and did it. Now, obviously, I've painted in other lifetimes because it came naturally to me. I sing. I've sang my whole life, but over the last year, my voice has changed completely. I don't have to strain. I don't have to try anymore. It's a beautiful thing. And I have all the clairs, as far as I can tell. I have all the clairs. Claircognitive, clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairaudience. I get visions, and I hear words, or I see pictures, or I get feelings, and I know. I can also go into a room, and I can evaluate that room. And I know who to stay away from and who not to. And I know if the energy is bad, if I start tripping my words, if I start getting a stomach ache or not, I'm out of there. Because I'm not going to come back down for anybody. Because it wouldn't help everybody to do that. And that was another thing, is that I stopped my progress for a long time because I thought, well, what if my family doesn't go? What if the ones I love won't listen? I can't leave them. What I understood was that you can't do it for everybody else. You have to do it for you. Because when you have peace and stillness within your own self, then everything automatically unfolds around you, including the people that are close to you. They will either drift away, or they will begin to see things also, because that was what was supposed to happen. So I don't overthink it anymore, because really nobody gets left behind. They may not make it in this cycle, because maybe they didn't learn everything. And maybe they knew that when they came in. Oh, not this cycle, I'll wait for the next one. It's a speck of time compared to being outside of linear time. And this is the only place that there's linear time, straight line. Now, tomorrow, the future, it's linear. Everywhere else in the universe, there is no time. So really, there is no past, present, or future. Everything that you've experienced in a past lifetime is going on right now, right next to you, in another dimension, in another reality, in another timeline. So, and I've seen the timelines. And just closing my eyes, I saw 3 spirals that had like 3 movies going in them. And I knew that's what that was. And I also knew that was me in all 3 of those timelines. And I didn't look like I do now. So my suggestion is to journal. You dream and you're not sure what it's about, write it down. If you have an experience, write it down. Because as you're doing this and time goes on, you'll begin to write. And as you're writing, you'll start to understand, oh, this is what that meant. This is what that meant. This is what my understanding of my own process that helped me understand the messages that I was getting. because it takes action also. I mean, intent is powerful, but you also have to act. You have to move forward. You have to accept the ascension process because nothing will be forced upon you. It will flow to you, but you have to make that conscious choice that, you know what, I know this is going on, and I know I'm not imagining this, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people on this planet that are doing the same thing, and they're thinking the same thoughts you are. So I don't care if you live in a little rural town or if you live in New York City, or reach out to other people. Pay attention, because everybody is looking to understand this, and it's our job to help each other through it, because they're another aspect of you. You are another aspect of me. So diet is important. I know I got way off on that, but diet is important. Good clean water, not fluoridated water. The minute you start to clean up your body clicks in and starts to respond very quickly. So if that's something that you were wondering about, absolutely diet is something that you need to look into. Also, essential oils also help. I did not understand how important essential oils were. They've been around a long time. The healers of this earth, the Marys, which I'm a Mary, have been doing this a long time. So when you start to learn about essential oils, they have great power, because even to sniff lavender, that energy will go into your system and seek out what it is that is out of alignment and begin to fix it instantly. Whether it's putting it topically on your skin, and you have to make sure you're getting the right grades, because there is food grade, which is the kind you can put on your skin and put on your tongue or whatever. There's therapeutic grade, and then there's just plain aromatherapy stuff. So, to learn about essential oils can only help you. And the more tools you have in your bag, the easier and the faster the ride is. So these are things I had to learn for myself, because, I'm not going to lie. I'm always, was always trying to do the bare minimum. And honestly, I don't even meditate like I used to, because now I have practices where I can get into that meditative state without it. Drink a cup of tea at night before bed settles me right down. I do a little bit of close my eyes and just try to be in a peaceful, calm state, paying attention to my breathing only. And then I go to bed and I do the same thing. I'm not real good about doing it in the morning, but like I said, I don't really have to try anymore. And for a little while I did have to try. But I had to understand that my body is trying to work with me, not against me. We're a team. Okay, and my vessel has carried me through this and all my other incarnations, because you just kind of get reshaped and use the same one. And my vessel is awesome, because she's taken nothing but trauma through this lifetime for sure, that I know. And we're still standing. And we're figuring out this together. And your vessel is sacred. It's a vehicle, and it's here to help you do what you have to do. All you have to do is honor it and assist it in doing what it's already trying to do, and you'll be so grateful that you did. So, like I said, diet, the angels also told me let go. Now that may have been personal, but I have had many conversations in the last week on this exact thing. So I'm thinking I'm probably supposed to be talking about this. So I jumped on YouTube and made a video. Now, like I said, I'm new to this. I'm not real big on the internet. I don't really have a whole lot of idea what I'm doing. Even the titles and stuff I'm still trying to figure out. And I just am speaking from my heart, because I love everyone, and I know what it's like to feel lost. I know what it's like to suffer. I know what it's like to be alone and lonely and think that you are the only one that feels this way. Know that you're not. Know that you are loved by so much more than the beings on this planet. You are love. It is our natural state. I awoke from a dream one time, and sitting up speaking, love is all there is. And then I went into YouTube a little while later, and sure enough, the first video I found from the Arcturians was love is all there is. So I started to pay attention, and now I know that I get up and I feel these things, or these words come to me, or pictures or whatever, and the minute I get online, people are thinking and feeling the same thing. So that to me is telling me, okay, now it's time for you to go on your own and stop waiting for someone else to lead you there. But I also knew in that moment, by doing this, I had to turn around and start giving it back, because it's moving right along, and it's to my benefit to assist with love and devotion anybody that I can help. Anybody. So if I can answer any questions, I will. Obviously, I have a lot of knowledge. It's just hard to put them in these videos because nobody wants to sit and watch a 2-hour video every time. So I will do my best to write things down, to critique things, so that hopefully I'm getting to the meat of things. If you have any questions, I will leave my email. It should be on here. You can email me and you can ask me. And as I said, if I don't know, I will direct you to someone who I feel can. There are a few people that I listen to. Victor Odo is one of them. He rocks. He's also from Michigan. But he's awesome. And now he's getting his wife involved. And how refreshing to have 2 points of view. I mean, honestly, it's wonderful. I love listening to them because they're real life shit. They're going to talk to you like I'm talking to you, like everybody else I know talks. You know, and not everybody does. And those people will resonate to somebody else, and these people will resonate to somebody else. Victor's who I resonate to. Also, I listen to Teal Swann because she's a beautiful person. And I feel her deep in my heart. A year ago, I couldn't listen to her stuff. Now I can't get enough. So this is what I mean. Sometimes when you take in information, you're like, pay attention to that. Because either it's not meant for you, or it's just not time. So start getting in touch with how you feel. And I know it can be a hard process if you're not used to feeling. I'm an emotional empath, so feeling has been my thing my whole life. And everybody's told me, you feel too much, you cry too much, you know, that's okay. Because it was a gift. And now I understand that. So this is the end of the video because I'm not going to keep rambling. I'm just trying to think of things that I can help you with. I mean, I have loads of experience. If I can help in any way, I will. If I feel there's something that I think I need to share, I will. If you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask, please feel free, because I'm here for you as well as myself. And as I said, I am learning, and I hope to learn with you too. So have a great day. Be outside in the sun. Take off your shoes and ground. Look for grounding pads if you can't have much time outside. They do wonders. Himalayan salt lamps do wonders. Himalayan salt in your bath water. Epsom salt is very, 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 very good for you in this process. If you start to feel out of alignment, out of balance, get in water. Fresher the better. But try to get in water. Drink water when you get hot and overheated, because that's your body going through processes, and we need to give it as much moisture as possible because we're 80% water, and what our body's doing is taking an awful lot of nutrients out of our body. So the kinder you can be to your body, the easier the process is going to be. And just be patient with yourself and try to have fun, because honestly, the Galactics, they're a load of laughs. They really are. They love it, and they love happiness and joy, and they are in awe of every one of us that we can do this. So again, this is the end of the video. Have a good day. Love you.